Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. This is part 2 of the grip tape. It's now mounted. The item works really well. It's a bit uneasy to mount to a tape on. Now by the instructions you don't have much help in this part here, so I had to ask the seller. So we have the wider part that goes on top and the smaller part goes at the bottom of the grip. That is how the system works, and I did that, and yeah, the grip did improve a lot for shooting. It's not as slippery in the hand anymore. That was really needed. The grip texture in this case here, we have a rubberized material, is pretty good. It could be more coarse. The problem is if you carry that concealed it could harm your skin, and this version here is a good compromise, I would say. If I just would have it for shooting and not carrying it, then I would go even with a bit more aggressive texturing, but since I carry it as well, that is the trick to do. Now we have two parts in front as well. I did mount those parts too there. I don't know yet if I'm gonna leave them there or not. For now they are there. For the trimming, sometimes it is a little bit too big, so it needed a trimming. Also here on the top edge, that is easy to be done. Better too much than too little, so we have more space there, more material to cover it up. All in all, I would say for the price, really good, and it has an impression of a higher priced item for sure, and it's sure worth it. They have a variety of different models, so check it out as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We see how long it lasts. If something go bad, I'm gonna post. From time to time, of course, the glue may dissolve a little bit, especially by the edges on some sharp pointy edges of the sticker. I did already cut that a bit more round with a little scissor, because if you have a rounded edge, it's more easily to stick on the surface than a pointy one. Where it goes in the point, there is less glue, and there usually it goes off, and then you need to use a super glue or something like that under it. So it depends, we see. Now in general, the PSA Dagger Micro, the C1 version that I puzzled together here, so far I like it. It had some difficulties first, say with the older style magazine. The first magazine I got was not too easy to fully load. The second magazine that I got recently was way better in that regard, and it did not help much that you left it completely loaded either. So yeah, the spring tension got reduced by the newer magazines. That's a good plus. Plus in 2026 January SHOT Show, quite likely MechGar gonna show their version of that magazine, and I'm absolute positive that's gonna be the trick. That's gonna be the magazine to get, and that will be a really good magazine in the same style like the current Glock 17 and 19 from MechGar, with a rounded locking part over here, so you can still use the polymer locking, the polymer magazine button, and you don't have to switch to a metal and all the troubles with like shield arms. Coming back to the Palmetto PSA Micro Dagger, I did not have had any malfunction yet. The sights were not 100%. The rear sight, the cutout of the rear sight was not big enough, so left and right you did not have much light, so that did not help with correct aiming. I did mill that out. Unfortunately, the rear sight is like case hardened. You can't file it. You need to have a carbide miller to get that out, that material, even as the surface is milled off. It's still too hard. You have a hard time with a file, even the corners, the then sharp corners from the milling. That is a bit negative. I did fill the white 3-dot system with glow in the dark, green glow in the dark paint, and that worked out really well. The top part, the cover for the red dot sight mounting system, the plate was not straight. It's a cast or a MIM. It's a MIM made plate, and that was not completely straight. That got bended as it did dry or whatever, or cool down, you know. So it was not flat. That needed to be flattened out on a flat metal surface with sandpaper. That took quite a bit of sanding to flatten it out, so it sits actually flat on the slide. The barrel, I made a video about it. That is from Combat Armory, relative inexpensive barrel, works flawlessly, and the rest, I would say, is pretty good. One part I had to alter a little bit there is that ramp. You see the part is straight, and then we have the ramp. That part there is now shiny polished. Originally that was machined rather crudely with quite some machine marks, and as you rack the slide, that ramp goes over the top cartridge. As I said, the magazine fully loaded has a heck of a spring tension, and racking the slide is uneasy. It is not light. Some people may not be able to do that, and by polishing the ramp in the slide, deburr it, remove most of the chatter marks, and then polish it, that for sure did a trick, that it works way better. The spring assembly that we see here is original Glock, and that of course works like it should be. So for now, I further on test the item. A really big step going to be those magazines that I mentioned from MechGar, and then one time I get original Glock barrel for it, and Glock parts for the slide and the frame. By the frame we need to watch it. It's the trigger system with the trigger bar is like a Gen 3, Gen 4, and not what we have usually in a Glock 43, 43X, 48, so that will not fit there. But you can always mount the trigger if you don't want to have that hinged trigger system like Smith & Wesson use it. You can always switch that to a Glock trigger or aftermarket Glock style trigger for the mentioned models. I still think, should I do that or not? For now the trigger is pretty good, the accuracy is there, and yeah, we see. First is the magazine. If we get a good magazine from MechGar, I'm pretty sure the whole system will even more improve and be really well. So that much about the grip tape and the Glock PSA micro dagger style gun.